Namaste, blessings and greetings, my angels. Welcome to Sacred Sagittarius. Angels answers all. Your long-standing original, one of your foremost original YouTube Sagittarius only channels here on YouTube. I thank those of you who've come by. If you're not a subscriber, it doesn't cost you anything. I do this, of my own accord to provide content for the Sagittarius community because I have great pride in being a Sagittarius. I am wrapping up today the first half of your energetic readings. I hope you've been enjoying, and thank you for the comments and the likes. I truly appreciate it, and I love when you give me the feedback to let me know if things resonate with you. And even if I don't hear from you now, there's always that opportunity for me to hear from you somewhere down the road if it does apply to you, because these messages, of course, are timeless. I had started out one video away from, like I said, doing your first half of your readings for the month of July, and then in a week or so we'll start with about a half a dozen of your update readings. But this particular reading, which I started out, as you can see, I never usually have cards out. I always do the cards in real time as I do the reading with you. But I kind of had a little tech issue and a little interruption that I had to take care of. So I apologize. So I'm starting over from scratch. But because I felt so in tune and so connected with the messages from the first three cards that I was guided to, I really felt it important to keep them. Sometimes if I'm interrupted or I just feel within my intuitiveness that, let's just start from scratch, then I'll do so. So I just wanted to be transparent as to why the cards are already on the altar before, we even started the official reading. I know some readers and content creators have a way of doing that. They start their spreads before they even do the reading. As soon as you log on, it's there. That's not my kind of style. So I do like to let you know and explain why when I kind of act out of character. So that is why the cards are already there, because I had started this reading and then I had an interruption, and I just felt better to pause it and then continue forth. So this is your twin flame energetic love reading. We're going to tap into the energies of the twin flame, where some of you might be actually connecting with your twin flame. You could be actually involved with your twin flame, or like I said, you could be slowly getting closer and closer to that person and that energy. Others of you, your twin flame and you are kind of far apart as far as the connection, and you're not necessarily near meeting that person for many reasons, which might show within this reading. So you intuitively know, and you personally know, as you should individually, where you lie with your connection with your twin flame. Are you still waiting for them to come? Are you pining away for them because maybe there was a break in your relationship? Or you're actually dealing with them, you're in love with them, you're communicating with them, you live with them now, you're lifing life with them right now. So again, like with everything else in the readings, we're all going to be in different stages, and different things are going to apply to us to different times. So the first card that I was guided to, and I'm starting out again, I do rotate the deck. So for this particular month, I was guided to use the Ride deck, one of the beautiful decks that Divine Beauty Oracle made. So if you have a chance, please look at her site or her Etsy to see what she has current, if any, and any past decks if available for sale. So we're guided to settling, worn, and cloudy intuition. And let me tell you, I'm going to kind of try to repeat intuitively what I was saying before I got interrupted. But wow, the connection between these three cards, I'm really excited to see where the reading goes beyond this. So with the first energy of settling, I really feel, well, my opinion of this is that the universe is saying and recognizing that many of us, many Saggies, do settle. That we're impatient, which would make sense because patience is something that we do struggle with. because we want our spice of life. We want everything now. We're so excited and passionate about life. We don't want to wait, right? We're very eager, and that's a great thing. But it also could be a bad thing when you allow yourself to be forced, or you give in and you settle romantically for someone in a relationship where you already kind of feel, or you have that gut feeling within you that this probably is not the person for you. This person doesn't give you butterflies, the connection is like really not that intense. You're kind of going along to get along, or you're just settling because you want to have someone in your life. Maybe your friends are all boot up and you don't want to be the third leg out. You don't want to be the one that doesn't have a partner. There's many reasons why we settle for certain partners in our life romantically, when we know full well, or we have a strong indication they're really not the right connect for us, whether it's emotionally or financially or just overall. Things are just off. There's no real chemistry there, and chemistry is so important. So when you settle, you're with someone, again, like I said, you're with them for the wrong reasons. You're with them because you're pressuring yourself to feel a certain way, or to be shown and looked at upon a certain way as having this person be your person. You're afraid to be alone. There could be other issues that you don't want to necessarily address. So you put all of your energies into making these unsound decisions and picking or being chosen by people who also might feel that you're not exactly their one, but you're there right now. So when you settle, and you settle of not waiting and being patient for what the universe knows will definitely work for you, what is yours, right? What cements you two together, your twin flame, the one who is like your total other half. They marry you. In a sense, sometimes we feel like they are us, because they're understanding and the connection and the unity. And usually twin flame relationships, I'm not saying that they don't have their issues, because every relationship at any time can have issues, because we're human. But for the most part, the person that really is your person in this life, it will be a very loving, mutually respected, and pretty much an easygoing, loving relationship. But when you settle, it's quite the opposite. It's like you're fighting against the grain. You're trying to fight against time. You're showing your impatience. And also, you got to admit, immaturity on taking on relationships and going down a path that might not be the path that you should be on. And then you wonder why you suffer heartbreaks. You wonder why you have all these exes that you no longer talk to. Not because everything is in front of us means we should take it, or we should call it our own. So I feel that this came out in the twin flame reading in particular is because when you settle, you then make yourself unavailable. And when you're unavailable and you're going through it and you're distracted dealing with the person that is not your person, your twin flame, the person that really is for you, you're not available for them. You're so wrapped up in whatever it is, or the toxicity of the relationship for who you settled for, you can't even see or feel energetically that your person is right there on the other side of the door. Or could be right there in front of you, beside you, as you're dating this other person. So I believe that is the strong message and indication as to why the settling card is here. To say, give yourself time, take space. It's okay to love you. Sure, date, have fun, do everything that you need to do. Check off your bucket list so that when you do meet your person, there's nothing that you haven't done. There's no reason that you can't live life together, enjoy the things that you want to do together. You're set. Your foundation has been built. Now you can enjoy a life of love and unity with your person. But when you choose to rush the process, you can't wait. You might have a high sex drive or whatever it is, that you won't wait patiently for your person to come and live your life until then, and leave that door open where they can come to it and knock, and you're receptive and open and in the now to feel them energetically, then you're going to miss out on that opportunity. They can come and go. They can come and go until they're gone. So what is it to you? Is it more important to you that you be with someone now and miss out on your true person later? Or can you take the time to be patient, get your act together, enjoy life? Yes, date and have friends and socialize, but don't settle and don't get committed in long-term relationships that are going to distract you and maybe even hurt you in a way that you spend most of your life trying to heal from these bad relationships that you're gravitated to or that you settle for. When you could be just enjoying life, being happy-go-lucky, and when your person is ready, they'll be there and you'll be available to them. Like I said, when you're engaged with other people and you're settling for all these other guys and girls, your availability is not there when the divine timing shows itself for you to be with your person. With the energy of one following that, of course you're going to be worn out. Of course you're going to be tired. And that's what I'm saying. When you settle romantically with partners that are not the right fit for you, most of those relationships are toxic. They take a lot out of you. They challenge you. They distract you. They might make you moody and distant. So that even if your twin flame did come in your presence, they might not even be attracted to you, or they'll be too afraid to come in your space because your vibe is off. You might be disheveled. You might be worn out and tired. So now you got to spend additional time. You've settled for all these bad relationships, and now on top of that, you have to take additional time out of your availability to heal, to get yourself together, to recoup, and to get back on track. With a cloudy intuition adding on to that, you need to sit down when you do decide to heal yourself and examine what is going on, why you're having these failed relationships, why do you keep settling when you see the bad results that it's bringing. What is it that is distracting you? What is it in your in your intuitiveness or in your spirit that you're not paying attention to or you're not identifying with? Especially if you have repetitive behaviors of settling for the wrong partners rather than just being patient. Work on why you can't be patient. And would it hurt you to be patient? What's the worst case scenario? That your divine person will ultimately show up and you'll be in the right space, in the right time, available for them? So I definitely feel the connection between being worn out and tired, and just disgusted from all the wrong people that you settled for, and then trying to, when you finally kind of, the light bulb goes off, like, wow, I'm not getting anywhere. There's got to be someone out there for me. What is it that's clouding my judgment? Why am I so distracted, or why am I so gullible and so ready to settle? Why can't I be patient? Would it hurt me to be patient? So let's see what else we get. Superhero. Some of you could be waiting for a superhero, or maybe if you wait, your twin flame is your superhero. He or she's going to be that everything that you want and desire. Tango, this person that is your twin flame is going to dance and take you off your feet. Like I said, it's going to be a very energetic and fiery, passionate type of relationship. You're going to have a lot of the same energy. is going to be very, very passionate and very charismatic, magnetic, and charming. With challenges, like I said, with all relationships, even with your twin flame, as with soulmates, there will be challenges that will prevent you or delay you, Sagittarius, from having that connection with your twin flame. And like I said, one of them, which we've been directed to in the beginning of this reading, is the behavior and the systematic pattern of you always settling for the wrong person rather than patiently wait for the right one to come along. In the middle of the deck, we get contemplation. For many of you, this is a sign that you need to sit down. You need to put your car on park, pump the brakes, and take it slower than going into these repetitive relationships or these different type of relationships where you're settling. Stop having these rebound relationships where you have one person after the other. As you take a time out from this type of relationship and this type of repetitive toxic behavior, in your quiet, in your time of meditation, in your time of healing, you never know in that astral space how you can connect spiritually with your twin flame. As we continue, let's see what messages we have in the tarot. Give it another quick shuffle. Okay, I love this so far. Let's see what the underlying card is. Okay, I love it. I love it. Queen of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Sun, and the Ten of Cups. So when you have your act together, and just because it's the Queen of Wands, we know this energy applies to both my male and female Saggies. When you are on top of things, when you're working from a firm, sound mind and a grounded foundation, and you let things run its course in divine timing, and you don't try to rush the process, and you sure enough don't want to settle for people or relationships that you know are not going to benefit you or not for your greater good, guess what comes with that? Victory. So definitely we see in July, many of you, as you contemplate and you kind of come to terms with the behavior and the way that you've been kind of, handling your love life, and realizing that you are settling, and maybe you're settling for the wrong reasons, and you're identifying that, you know what, it wouldn't hurt to be patient. I know what the result is when I settle. Why not try to see what the result will be if you are patient, right? So what will happen is that you're going to be victorious in love. Everything that you've hoped for in your relationship and the arrival of your twin flame, or the closest type of love that you can have to represent your twin flame, is going to be spontaneous, loving, kind, grand, like an out-of-body experience, so to speak. For many of you, it also leads you to the success of having that family or that home. For those of you who have, established families already, now you have a companion to make that family whole. It's, like I said, for my single Saggies who might already have children, then to go on to have maybe further children, which will broaden the love that you share and broaden the family. And for those of you who are single and don't have children, your dream to come true, that you now have a partner that you love and you feel is stable and really checks all the boxes and really proves themselves as someone worthy for you to be in a long-term relationship, to make a long-term commitment with, and start a family with. You know this is what you want. There's no settling. There's no second guessing. So you see what the cards say, what can come from all the goodness in your love life. if you wait patiently for your twin flame, or at least if you stop settling and let the universe bring forth to you the partner that you deserve. So I love that. Let's see what other messages we get. It's not possible to lose each other. We are connected forever. So even though, like I said, you might go through your changes and challenges in life, you might make unfortunate decisions when it comes to, the partners that you settle for that will delay your connection to your twin flame. Whoever is meant for you, you will never really truly lose them because you are connected forever. I want to bring honesty and sincerity into our connection. For those of you who are with your twin flame now and you're enjoying a very loving relationship, this could be their voice. This could be their intention. And this could be the feeling that you get from them, that they do want to bring honesty and sincerity into your connection. They want to give you an experience that they might feel that you've never had, especially after they get to know you and you talk to each other and you kind of, go through your war stories about your past relationships and how bad or toxic they were. They want to be the one to erase all that pain. They want to be the one to prove to you that they are the one. So yes, they want to bring honesty and sincerity into the connection, which we know honesty, the truth, is so important to Sagittarius. So I love that if you're with your twin flame, or as you get closer to him or her along your path, that is something that they definitely want to bring towards to you. You've always deserved so much more than I was able to offer you. Some of you, how can I put this? Not everything works as it should sometimes, right? Even in the best of relationships, even in the relationships where we feel our person is our person. Maybe you might be ready and they're not ready, or they're ready and you're not ready. Or negative forces, negative energies, third-party interaction and interference in your relationship causes a glitch in your beautiful union. Or if there's unresolved issues spiritually or emotionally from, childhood incidents, or again, baggages from other relationships that maybe you both thought you dealt with but didn't. Sometimes you can, in a very small way, make a love connection with someone where they thought they were your person and vice versa, but they just, for whatever reason, something didn't let them reach the level of commitment that they should have. And for many of you who are in a very loving relationship, or you're entering that threshold, this is also your ex speaking this to you. Especially the ones that many of you still talk to, maybe because you do co-parent, or maybe because, again, you talk because you're cool with each other. They're brave enough to say now in hindsight that they kind of knew you always deserved more than what they were able to offer you. It's the same thing like in one of our readings yesterday, where it's not, it's not uncommon for someone to say to you, I'm not worthy of you. You deserve better than me. It's that same type of energy. At the bottom of the deck, I do love you from the bottom of my heart, and I will never stop. And that's the type of love that you want, and that's the type of love that you take with you beyond this lifetime. There are some exes that feel that way about you, They love you and will always want to be with you and wish that they could have had that long-term connection with you. But again, for whatever reason, it was not meant to be. With the card, the beauty of your soul takes my breath away. Sagittarius, you're very enchanting. You're very beautiful. Male and females, inside and out, will be together again. If you are separated from your twin flame, I don't think it's going to be a long term or a long break. So you will be together again. There's so much they wish they could say. Maybe as they take a break from the relationship, or maybe they've had to travel or step away to take care of a situation, but they didn't have enough time to really talk about what's going on or to really convey to you how much they love you. Beget, you found me when no one else could see me. Everything happens in divine time. People come into our life just like our, soulmates, with an intention, with a purpose. There's things to be clarified. There's feelings to be understood. There are lessons to be learned. And you truly, Sagittarius, have played a role romantically in people's lives where they have come into your life and vice versa. That you saw them and they noticed you when no one else was in the room, so to speak. Some of you might be celebrating a new home or moving into a new home with your love. Why? Because all those beautiful seeds and the patience that you kind of waited for and, followed the right brick road is now working out for you. There are children involved. We did get the happy family card, so you could be getting a new home because you want to be able to provide for the children that you plan on having together. As you come to a close, you deserve love, and that's the one thing that your twin flame ultimately is always going to be giving you: love and joy and happiness. Let's just pick this last card to close. Practice compassion. Say things from a different perspective. When there's times when you're with your twin flame, or the energy of your twin flame is being challenged, or there's a difference of words, a difference of opinion, you're going through a little rough patch, practice compassion. Remember how much you love each other and how important you are to each other. Remember how your love life was before you met them. So even in times of challenging and difficult moments in your relationship with your person, the person, just remember how much you value them and how much they value you and love you. Use your Queen of Wands energy to hold your ground, to stand strong, to fight for the love that you deserve, to be patient for the love that you deserve, and practice not settling. Namaste.